Welcome back to our channel. Today, we embark on a magical journey through Europe's most spectacular Christmas destinations, where age-old traditions and winter wonderland charm meet, where cobblestone streets glide under twinkling lights, and where the spirit of the season comes alive in ways you could only dream of. Half-timbered houses dusted with snow, the scent of mulled wine and roasted chestnuts filling the crisp winter air, medieval town squares transformed into glittering Christmas markets, and the sound of carolers echoing through ancient alleyways. From the Alsatian wine region of France to the frozen landscapes of the Arctic Circle, we're taking you to 5 extraordinary destinations that capture the very essence of a European Christmas. We'll explore Colmar's fairy tale canals in France, wander through Bruges' romantic Belgian streets, step back in time in Germany's perfectly preserved Rothenburg Obdaya Tauber, discover Tallinn's medieval Estonian charm, and even visit Santa's official hometown in Rovaniemi, Finland. Each location offers something unique, something unforgettable, a piece of Christmas magic that you can experience for yourself. But here's a question I want you to think about as we journey together. What is it about these historic European towns that makes Christmas feel so much more magical than anywhere else? Is it the architecture, the traditions, or perhaps the way these communities have preserved their heritage for generations? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on our travel adventures. And don't forget to check out the links in the description below for great deals on flights and accommodation to all these destinations. Now, let's get started on our journey to the best winter destinations in Europe. Colmar, France. Nestled in the heart of the Alsace region in northeastern France, Colmar sits like a jewel along the famous Alsatian wine route, just 30 minutes from the German border and an hour south of Strasbourg. This picturesque town of approximately 70,000 residents lies in the Rhine River Valley, protected by the Vosges Mountains to the west, which create a unique microclimate that makes Colmar one of the driest cities in France. The town's position along historic trade routes connecting northern and southern Europe has shaped its character for over 1,000 years, and today, its proximity to both Switzerland and Germany gives it a distinctly international flavor while maintaining its unmistakably French charm. The town center, known as Little Venice, due to its network of canals in the Quartier de la Croûte, features the Lorch River winding through colorful half-timbered houses that seem to lean toward one another across narrow cobblestone streets. The surrounding Alsatian countryside stretches out in every direction, covered in winter with snow-dusted vineyards that produce some of France's finest white wines, particularly Riesling and Gewürztraminer. This geographical setting creates an almost surreal beauty during the Christmas season, when fog often settles over the canals in the early morning, making the town feel like you've stepped directly into a storybook. Colmar's history reads like a fascinating tale of cultural fusion. Founded in the 9th century, the town became a free imperial city in 1226, allowing it to flourish as a center of trade and craftsmanship. Throughout the Middle Ages, Colmar grew wealthy from textile production, wine trading, and its strategic position along merchant routes. The town's architectural treasures reflect this prosperity. The Maison des Théâtres with its 106 grotesque faces, the Coiffe's old customs house, dating to 1480, and the stunning Maison Pfister from 1537, with its wooden galleries and octagonal turret painted in rich greens and golds. The Alsatian people have fiercely maintained their distinct cultural identity through centuries of political upheaval. Traditional customs include brewing excellent beer alongside wine production, creating intricate pottery, and maintaining folk traditions that blend French elegance with German Gemütlichkeit. That warm, cozy feeling that's impossible to translate, but easy to experience. Colmar doesn't just host a Christmas market, it transforms into 5 distinct Christmas markets spread throughout the historic center, each with its own personality and charm. The tradition of Christmas markets in Alsace dates back to the 16th century, when craftsmen and food producers would gather to sell their wares before winter fully set in. Today, Colmar's markets typically open from late November through December, attracting over 2 million visitors who come to experience what many consider the most authentic Christmas atmosphere in France. The main market in Place des Dominicains centers around a towering Christmas tree, surrounded by over 50 wooden chalets selling everything from handcrafted ornaments to local delicacies. Here, you'll find artisans demonstrating traditional crafts, glassblowers creating delicate baubles, woodcarvers shaping nativity figures, and textile artists weaving Alsatian patterns that have been passed down through generations. The air fills with the scent of bredel, traditional Alsatian Christmas cookies, pain d'épices, gingerbread, and vin chaud, mulled wine, spiced with cinnamon, star anise, and orange peel. Each market has its specialty. The children's market near Place Jeanne d'Arc features activities specifically for young visitors, including carousel rides and storytelling sessions. The gourmet market showcases regional products like foie gras, Munster cheese, and artisanal sausages. And the market in Petite Venise offers the most photogenic setting, with lights reflecting off the canal waters and buildings draped in thousands of illuminations. The entire town center becomes a pedestrian zone, allowing visitors to wander freely from market to market, discovering hidden corners where local choirs perform carols in Alsatian, French, and German. Colmar represents the perfect blend of French refinement and Germanic Christmas tradition, set in one of Europe's most beautifully preserved medieval town centers. Its geographical location in the Alsace region has created a unique cultural identity that shines brightest during the Christmas season, when centuries-old traditions come alive in 5 distinct markets throughout the town. The authenticity of Colmar's Christmas celebration, from handcrafted ornaments to traditional foods to architectural beauty unchanged for centuries, offers visitors a genuine glimpse into how European Christmas has been celebrated for generations. Whether you're wandering the candlelit canals of Little Venice, warming your hands with mulled wine in a medieval square, or watching artisans practice traditional crafts, Colmar delivers a Christmas experience that's both magical and authentic. Bruges, Belgium. Bruges, or Brugge in Flemish, sits in the northwestern corner of Belgium in the Flanders region, just 10 miles from the North Sea coast. This medieval city of approximately 120,000 residents occupies a strategic position in the flat Flemish plain, connected to the sea by a series of canals that once made it one of Europe's most important trading ports. The city's entire historic center, covering about 1,650 acres, has been designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and for good reason. Bruges is often called the Venice of the North due to its network of canals, stone bridges, and waterside buildings that have remained virtually unchanged since the medieval period. The city's topography is remarkably flat, making it perfect for the bicycles you'll see everywhere, and the canals wind through the historic center like veins carrying the city's lifeblood. The Belfry Tower rises 272 feet above the Markt, the main square, offering panoramic views over the red-tiled roofs, church spires, and the surrounding Flemish countryside. In winter, when temperatures drop and occasionally the canals freeze over, Bruges takes on an ethereal quality, especially when morning mist rises from the water and snowflakes dust the medieval architecture, creating a scene that could have been painted by one of the Flemish masters who once called this city home. The location in Flanders places Bruges at a cultural crossroads where Germanic and Romance influences meet, creating a distinct Flemish identity. The surrounding region is characterized by polders, flat low-lying land reclaimed from the sea, and extensive waterways that historically connected Bruges to major European cities and trade routes. Today, the city sits just an hour from Brussels, 2 hours from Amsterdam, and maintains its position as one of Belgium's most beloved cultural treasures. Bruges' golden age stretched from the 12th to the 15th century, when it served as one of the world's chief commercial cities and a key member of the Hanseatic League, a powerful trading alliance of northern European cities. During this period, Flemish cloth production made Bruges extraordinarily wealthy, and merchants from across Europe, Asia, and Africa gathered in its trading houses to exchange goods ranging from English wool to Baltic furs to Mediterranean spices. This prosperity funded the construction of magnificent buildings, supported a thriving art scene, and attracted the greatest painters of the Northern Renaissance, including Jan van Eyck, who lived and worked in Bruges. city's wealth is still visible in its architecture. The Gothic City Hall from 1421, with its ornate facade and turrets. The Basilica of the Holy Blood, which houses a relic believed to contain Christ's blood brought back from the Crusades. The beautiful Church of Our Lady, with its 377-foot brick spire, and countless guild halls and merchant houses that line the canals. The Beguinage, founded in 1245 as a community for religious women, remains a peaceful oasis of whitewashed houses surrounding a tree-lined green, inhabited today by Benedictine nuns. The Flemish culture of Bruges is distinct from both Dutch and French influences. The local language, West Flemish, sounds different even from other Flemish dialects, and local traditions include lace-making. Bruges lace was once among Europe's finest. Beer brewing, Belgium produces over 1,500 types of beer, and Bruges contributes several, and chocolate making that has achieved worldwide fame. The people of Bruges take enormous pride in their city's history and work diligently to preserve its character, implementing strict regulations about architectural changes and maintaining traditions that connect modern residents to their medieval ancestors. Bruges transforms during the Christmas season into what might be the most romantic winter destination in Europe. The city's Christmas market, held in the historic Markt Square and Simon Stevenplein from late November through early January, creates an intimate atmosphere quite different from larger, more crowded markets. The medieval backdrop, illuminated guild houses, the towering belfry, and cobblestone squares provides a setting so picturesque it hardly seems real. The market itself features around 50 wooden chalets offering Belgian specialties, handcrafted lace. Bruges has been famous for lace since the 15th century. Delicate chocolates from local chocolatiers who have perfected their craft over generations, artisan jewelry, wooden toys, and festive decorations. But what truly sets Bruges apart is the focus on Belgian culinary traditions. You must try the hot waffles, not the mass-produced version, but authentic Liege waffles made with pearl sugar that caramelizes into crunchy pockets of sweetness, or Brussels waffles topped with Belgian chocolate and cream. Beyond the market, Bruges offers unique Christmas experiences. The city hosts an ice sculpture festival featuring dozens of intricate frozen artworks displayed in a specially cooled venue. The canal boat tour, magical year-round, become even more enchanting when the waterways are lined with Christmas lights and the medieval buildings are illuminated against the dark winter sky. The belfry and various churches host Christmas concerts featuring everything from medieval carols to classical performances, the acoustics amplified by ancient stone walls and vaulted ceilings. One particularly charming tradition is the lighting ceremony that kicks off the Christmas season, when the entire city center illuminates simultaneously, over 1 million lights transforming Bruges into a glittering wonderland. Local families gather in the squares, children receive hot chocolate, and the mayor officially declares the Christmas season begun. Throughout December, you'll encounter spontaneous performances, carolers in period costume singing Flemish Christmas songs, handbell ringers performing in church squares, and even the occasional horse-drawn carriage clip-clopping over cobblestones, completing the fairy tale atmosphere. Bruges offers a Christmas experience defined by medieval authenticity, Belgian culinary excellence, and romantic intimacy. Its geographical preservation as a UNESCO World Heritage Site means you're literally walking through a living museum, where the architecture and street plan have remained largely unchanged for 6 centuries. The city's rich trading history created the wealth that built its magnificent structures, and the later economic decline paradoxically preserved them for modern visitors. Bruges Christmas markets emphasize quality over quantity, artisan products, exceptional Belgian chocolates, warming waffles, and world-class beer in a setting so picturesque it feels like stepping into a medieval painting. For those seeking a more intimate, less commercial Christmas experience where you can genuinely feel the weight of history and tradition, Bruges delivers something truly special. Rothenburg, ob der Tauber, Germany. Perched on a plateau overlooking the Tauber River Valley in Bavaria's Franconia region of northern Germany, Rothenburg ob der Tauber sits approximately 60 miles west of Nuremberg and 100 miles southeast of Frankfurt. The town's dramatic geographical position, ob der Tauber, literally means above the Tauber, places it on steep hillsides about 200 feet above the winding river below, with fortified walls encircling the old town completely. With a population of just 11,000 residents, Rothenburg is small by any standard, but its impact on Germany's cultural landscape is enormous. The town sits along the Romantic Road, a famous tourist route through southern Germany connecting Wurzburg to Füssen, and is also part of the Castle Road, another scenic route featuring medieval architecture. The compact historic center, entirely surrounded by intact medieval walls with 42 gates and towers, occupies just under half a square mile, making it easily walkable and creating an unusually complete medieval townscape. The Franconian region surrounding Rothenburg features rolling hills covered with forests, vineyards producing the distinctive Franconian wine served in traditional boxbottle bottles, and small farming villages that seem suspended in time. The geographical isolation that once made Rothenburg strategically important has, in modern times, helped preserve its character by keeping away the sprawling development that has affected many German towns. In winter, when snow covers the surrounding countryside and dusts the red-tiled roofs within the walls, Rothenburg achieves a storybook quality that has made it one of Germany's most photographed destinations. Rothenburg's history stretches back to 970 AD, when the first fortifications were built on this strategic hilltop. The town received its charter in 1274 and quickly grew wealthy through trade, particularly in wool and wine. By the 14th century, Rothenburg had become a free imperial city, answering directly to the Holy Roman Emperor rather than a local duke or prince, and was among the largest cities in present-day Germany, rivaling Cologne and Frankfurt in population and influence. The war devastated Rothenburg economically, and the town never regained its former prosperity or population. Once again, economic decline proved to be architectural preservation's best friend. While other German cities modernized, Rothenburg couldn't afford to tear down medieval buildings or expand beyond its walls. By the 19th century, artists and writers of the Romantic movement rediscovered Rothenburg, celebrating it as the perfect example of an untouched medieval German town. This reputation brought tourism, which became, and remains, the town's primary industry. What makes Rothenburg culturally unique is how consciously it has preserved and performed its medieval identity. The town isn't a museum, people live and work here, but there's an unusual commitment to maintaining historical appearance. Modern shops occupy medieval buildings, but signage must conform to strict historical standards. Even McDonald's, when it opened in Rothenburg, was required to use traditional lettering and colors. This dedication to preservation means walking through Rothenburg feels genuinely like time travel, especially at night when the streets are lit by lanterns and the tour buses have departed. If any place can claim to be the capital of German Christmas, it's Rothenburg ob der Tauber. The town hosts the Reitelesmarkt, one of Germany's oldest Christmas markets, dating back to the 15th century and running from late November through December. But Rothenburg's Christmas identity goes even deeper. This is home to the German Christmas Museum and the famous Kerth Wohlfahrt Christmas store, which occupies several historic buildings and sells Christmas decorations year-round, attracting visitors even in July. The Reitelesmarkt transforms the town's medieval squares into a winter wonderland. The main market occupies the Marktplatz, surrounded by the Renaissance Town Hall arcade and colorful guild houses, their facades illuminated by thousands of lights. Wooden stalls arranged in neat rows offer traditional German Christmas products: hand-carved wooden nutcrackers from the nearby Erzgebirge Mountains, delicate glass ornaments from Bavaria, traditional smokers, rare to mention, that burn incense, and the distinctive Christmas pyramids, Weihnachtspyramiden, multi-tiered wooden structures with figures that rotate from the heat of candles. The German Christmas Museum deserves special mention, as it houses an extensive collection documenting the evolution of German Christmas traditions from their origins through today. You'll learn that Christmas trees, now ubiquitous worldwide, began as a German tradition, that glass ornaments were invented in the German town of Lauscha in the 1840s when a poor glassblower couldn't afford expensive decorations, and that many traditional Christmas practices are relatively recent inventions. The museum includes stunning examples of antique decorations, including ornaments from the Victorian era, vintage nativity scenes, and early electric Christmas lights. Rothenburg ob der Tauber represents the quintessential German Christmas experience in the country's best-preserved medieval town. Its geographical position on the Romantic Road and its miraculously intact medieval architecture, preserved by centuries of economic stagnation, create an unparalleled setting for authentic German Christmas traditions. The Reiterlesmarkt, the German Christmas Museum, and the year-round Christmas stores reflect how deeply Christmas is woven into Rothenburg's identity. Beyond the markets and museums, the town offers something increasingly rare: genuine historical atmosphere where the setting, traditions, and community spirit combine to create Christmas as it was celebrated for centuries. For travelers seeking to understand the roots of German Christmas traditions in their authentic historical context, Rothenburg is simply unmatched. Tallinn, Estonia. Tallinn, Estonia's capital and largest city, sits on the southern shore of the Gulf of Finland, directly across the water from Helsinki, just 50 miles north, and approximately 200 miles west of St. Petersburg, Russia. This strategic position on the Baltic Sea has defined Tallinn's character for nearly 1,000 years, making it a crucial trading port connecting Scandinavia, Russia, and Western Europe. The city of 440,000 residents occupies a coastal plain with the historic Old Town perched on Toompea Hill, a limestone plateau rising about 160 feet above the surrounding medieval Lower Town. The geographical setting is distinctly Nordic Baltic, long, dark winters where December sees only about 6 hours of week daylight, proximity to the sea that keeps temperatures moderate compared to inland areas but brings frequent snow and wind, and forests of pine, spruce, and birch that surround the city and cover much of Estonia. Tallinn's harbour, one of the busiest on the Baltic Sea, handles ferry traffic to and from Finland and serves as a major cruise ship destination during summer months. The limestone cliffs of the Baltic Clint edge the coast, and the old town's position on the hilltop offers views over medieval towers and walls to the modern port and, on clear days, across the Gulf of Finland toward the Finnish coast. Estonia's location at the meeting point of Northern, Western, and Eastern European cultural spheres has created a unique identity, part Scandinavian in outlook and governance, part Germanic in historical influence, part Russian in cultural memory, but distinctly Estonian in language and tradition. The landscape is notably flat beyond the coastal areas, with extensive forests, bogs, and thousands of lakes and islands dotting the coastline. This natural setting, combined with Estonia's small population, just 1.3 million nationwide, creates an unusual mix. A sophisticated, digitally advanced European capital city that still feels closely connected to nature and tradition. Tallinn's recorded history begins in 1219, when Danish crusaders conquered the site and built a fortress on Tumpia Hill, though archaeological evidence suggests settlement dates back 5,000 years. The city became a crucial member of the Hanseatic League in 1285, joining the powerful network of merchant cities that dominated Baltic and North Sea trade during the medieval period. This membership brought extraordinary prosperity, funding the construction of formidable defensive walls, nearly 2 miles of which still stand, complete with towers, magnificent merchants' houses, churches, warehouses, and guild halls. What makes Tallinn exceptional is how completely its medieval core has survived. The old town, recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, retains its labyrinthine street plan, cobblestone lanes, medieval architecture, and even sections of the original 13th century walls with their distinctive red-roofed towers. The town hall square, Rikoja Platz, dominated by the only surviving Gothic town hall in Northern Europe, has served as the city's heart since the Middle Ages. The town hall itself, built in 1404, features a distinctive spire topped by Old Thomas, the town's guardian weathervane that has watched over Tallinn for over 500 years. The Estonian cultural character blends Nordic reserve with Baltic warmth, manifesting in traditions like the smoke sauna culture, recognized by UNESCO, massive song festivals that bring a third of the population together to sing, a deep connection to forest and nature, and a resilient pride in having maintained distinct identity despite centuries of foreign rule. Medieval guilds, organizations of merchants and craftsmen, play an important role in preserving traditions, with the Brotherhood of Blackheads, a guild for unmarried merchants, maintaining their magnificent 15th century building in Town Hall Square. Tallinn makes a bold claim that many historians support. The first ever public Christmas tree was erected in Town Hall Square in 1441 by the Brotherhood of Blackheads, who danced around the decorated tree before burning it in a traditional celebration. While Latvians in Riga make a similar claim, Tallinn's documentation seems more complete, and a plaque in the square commemorates this historic event. This means that when you visit Tallinn's Christmas market, you're not just attending any festival. You're standing where Christmas tree tradition may have begun over 580 years ago. The Tallinn Christmas market, held in Town Hall Square from late November through early January, is consistently ranked among Europe's best. The medieval setting, Gothic town hall, merchants' houses with steeply pitched roofs, cobblestone square, and defensive walls visible in every direction, creates atmosphere that few markets can match. The market features dozens of wooden stalls arranged around a massive Christmas tree, illuminated by thousands of lights that reflect off the surrounding medieval facades. Beyond the market, Tallinn offers unique Christmas experiences rooted in both medieval tradition and Estonian folklore. The streets of the Old Town, particularly Veen Street and Katarina Passage, where artisans work in medieval-era workshops, host craftspeople demonstrating traditional skills, glassblowing, leatherwork, pottery, and textile arts. St. Catherine's Passage, a covered medieval lane, becomes particularly magical with its historic ambience and artisan studios. The Estonians have maintained folk traditions that predate Christianity, and elements of these pagan winter solstice celebrations blend with Christian Christmas traditions. The importance of light during the darkest time of year manifests everywhere: candles in windows, torches along the medieval walls, and elaborate light displays throughout the Old Town. Estonian Christmas music blends Lutheran hymns with folk songs sung in the distinctive Estonian language, creating a sound unlike any other European Christmas celebration. Tallinn offers a Christmas experience distinct from Western European traditions, blending medieval Hanseatic heritage, Nordic sensibilities, Baltic culture, and Estonian folk traditions into something truly unique. The Estonian character, resilient, nature-connected, proud of traditions maintained despite centuries of occupation, infuses the Christmas market with a genuine quality that larger, more commercialized markets often lack. For travelers seeking Christmas in a setting that's medieval yet distinct from German or French traditions, where Nordic minimalism meets Baltic warmth, and where the winter darkness makes the lights shine even brighter, Tallinn delivers an unforgettable experience. Rovaniemi, Finland. Rovaniemi occupies one of the most remarkable geographical positions of any city on Earth. It sits precisely on the Arctic Circle at latitude 66 degrees 33, where the midnight sun never sets during summer solstice and never rises during winter solstice. This capital of Finnish Lapland, with a population of approximately 63,000, sprawls along the confluence of the Kemijoki and Aunasjoki rivers in the heart of northern Finland, about 500 miles north of Helsinki and just 60 miles south of the Arctic Ocean. The city serves as the gateway to Finnish Lapland, a vast region of forests, fells, rounded hills, rivers, and wilderness that stretches northward toward Norway and the Barents Sea. The landscape here is distinctly Arctic. Endless coniferous forests of pine and spruce covered in snow from October through April. Frozen rivers and lakes transformed into highways for snowmobiles. Vast open spaces with few inhabitants where you're more likely to encounter reindeer than people. And the aurora borealis, northern lights, dancing across the winter sky with greens, purples, and reds that seem impossible until you witness them yourself. The Arctic Circle, the imaginary line marking where, for at least one day per year, the sun doesn't set in summer or rise in winter, runs directly through Rovaniemi, marked by a line you can literally step across at Santa Claus village. Rovaniemi's history is surprisingly recent as far as cities go, though the region has been inhabited for thousands of years by the indigenous Sami people, who followed reindeer herds and lived in harmony with the harsh Arctic environment. The Sami, Finland's only indigenous people, have their own distinct languages, related to Finnish but mutually unintelligible, cultural traditions, and relationship with the land based on reindeer herding, fishing, and hunting. Their traditional beliefs involved nature spirits and shamanism, elements of which persist in Lappish folk culture. Finnish culture, particularly Lappish culture, emphasizes connection with nature, resilience in harsh conditions. Finns have a concept called sisu, roughly translated as stoic determination and toughness, and community cooperation necessary for survival in Arctic conditions. Traditional Lappish life revolved around seasonal migrations with reindeer herds, ice fishing, gathering berries during the brief summer, and developing survival skills for winters that last 8 months. Many of these traditions continue, with reindeer herding remaining an important livelihood and cultural practice, particularly among the Sami people who maintain ancient herding rites. Rovaniemi's transformation into the official hometown of Santa Claus is a fascinating blend of marketing genius, cultural tradition, and geographical reality. The connection between Lapland and Santa Claus comes from several sources: the region's proximity to the North Pole, the presence of reindeer, Santa's preferred mode of transportation, the magical Arctic landscape, and importantly, Finnish folklore about Joulupukki, literally Yule goat, a figure who evolved from pre-Christian traditions into the Finnish version of Santa Claus. The official establishment of Santa Claus Village occurred in 1985, though Elena Roosevelt had visited a cabin on the Arctic Circle in Rovaniemi back in 1950, establishing early connections between the location and Christmas mythology. The village sits precisely on the Arctic Circle, a line marked on the ground that you can step across, moving between the Arctic and subarctic zones. Santa Claus Village operates year-round, making Rovaniemi the world's only destination where Christmas is literally every day. But the period from November through January brings peak activity when the winter darkness, snow cover, and northern lights create optimal Christmas atmosphere. At Santa Claus Village, you can meet Santa Claus himself in his official office, and unlike Mal Santas elsewhere, this experience carries genuine magic. Santa sits in a beautiful chamber decorated with wood carvings, surrounded by elves, and speaks dozens of languages to visitors from across the globe. The meetings are professional yet warm, with photographers capturing memories and Santa demonstrating knowledge of children's home countries and interests. The Santa Claus main post office receives approximately 500,000 letters annually from children worldwide, all addressed simply to Santa Claus, Arctic Circle, Finland, and visitors can watch elves sorting mail and can send their own letters bearing the official Arctic Circle postmark. village features numerous attractions: an underground tunnel called Santa's Workshop, where elves supposedly make toys, Christmas-themed shops selling everything from ornaments to Lappish handicrafts, restaurants serving traditional Lappish foods like reindeer stew, salmon soup and lepe juusto, Finnish squeaky cheese served with cloudberry jam, and the Arctic Circle landmark, where countless photos document visitors standing with 1 foot in the Arctic, 1 foot outside. The Christmas House exhibition displays Christmas traditions from around the world, explaining how different cultures celebrate and revealing both universal themes and fascinating local variations. Beyond the village, Rovaniemi offers winter experiences unlike anywhere else on our list. You can take husky sledding expeditions through snow-covered forests, mushing your own team of enthusiastic sled dogs across frozen landscapes. Try reindeer sleigh rides with local herders who explain traditional reindeer culture. Drive snowmobiles across frozen rivers. Stay in ice hotels where everything from beds to drinking glasses is carved from ice. And most spectacularly, witness the aurora borealis illuminating the polar night sky with colors that photographs cannot adequately capture. Lappish Christmas foods reflect the harsh climate and available ingredients. Reindeer meat prepared various ways, dried, smoked in stews or as steaks, Arctic char and salmon from cold northern waters, lingonberries and cloudberries preserved from the brief summer, and warming dishes like karjalanpiiraka, Karelian pasties, rice-filled rye pastries served with egg butter. The Christmas traditions blend Christian elements with older Finnish winter solstice celebrations, creating unique customs like the Christmas sauna. Many Finns believe saunas house protective spirits, and taking sauna on Christmas Eve is a cherished tradition. Rovaniemi offers something completely different from the other destinations on our list. Not medieval architecture or cobblestone squares, but rather the raw beauty of the Arctic, the magic of genuine wilderness, and the only Christmas experience that can claim geographical and cultural authenticity to the North Pole mythology. Its position precisely on the Arctic Circle isn't marketing fiction, but geographical fact, and the integration of Finnish and Sami cultures with Christmas tourism has created something unique. Combination of Santa Claus village, Arctic wilderness activities, Northern Lights viewing, and Lappish cultural experiences provides a Christmas adventure that's more about nature and wonder than markets and mulled wine. For families with children who still believe in Santa, or adults seeking Christmas in its most geographically authentic location, or anyone wanting to experience the Arctic in winter, Rovaniemi delivers something no other destination can match: Christmas at the literal edge of the world. We've journeyed through Colmar's enchanting Alsatian canals, where French elegance meets Germanic Christmas tradition in one of Europe's most authentic market experiences. We've wandered through Bruges medieval squares, where Belgian chocolate, waffles, and beer combine with Gothic architecture to create romance frozen in time. We've stepped back into the Middle Ages in Rothenburg ob der Tauber, Germany's fairy tale town, where Christmas isn't seasonal but eternal, and where traditions are preserved with dedication rarely seen in our modern world. We've explored Tallinn's remarkable medieval core, where Nordic, Baltic, and Estonian cultures blend into a Christmas celebration that may trace back to the very first Christmas tree. And finally, we've ventured to the Arctic Circle itself, to Rovaniemi, where Santa officially resides and where the northern lights dance above endless snow-covered wilderness. Each destination offers something unique. Colmar provides intimacy and artisanal authenticity. Bruges delivers romantic beauty and culinary excellence. Rothenburg embodies medieval perfection and German Christmas tradition at its deepest. Tallinn offers cultural distinctiveness and surprisingly complete medieval preservation. And Rovaniemi brings adventure, nature, and the only truly official Santa experience on Earth. Together, they represent the incredible diversity of European Christmas traditions, from wine regions to Baltic ports, from medieval walls to Arctic wilderness. So here's my question for you as we conclude this journey. Which of these 5 destinations calls to you most strongly and why? Are you drawn to the artisanal intimacy of Colmar, the romantic canals of Bruges, the medieval perfection of Rothenburg, the Baltic mystique of Tallinn, or the Arctic adventure of Rovaniemi? Each appeals to different travelers seeking different experiences, and I genuinely love to know which resonates with your travel dreams. Drop a comment below sharing which destination topped your list and what specifically attracted you to it. And if you've already visited any of these places, share your experiences. Your insights might help fellow travelers plan their own European Christmas adventures. If you enjoyed this tour through Europe's most magical Christmas destinations, please hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you never miss our future travel guides. We're constantly exploring new destinations, uncovering hidden gems, and sharing insider tips to help you travel smarter and experience more. Your subscription helps us continue creating content that inspires travel and cultural discovery. Until next time.